Well, good morning, folks. Again, it's a delight to welcome all of you here to Memorial Hall here at City Hall for a very special occasion, being able to recognize Kevin Fox, who is a recipient of the Sovereign's Medal for Volunteers. And for those of you that don't know, this is the highest honor that can be given to a volunteer in our country. And Kevin, I have to say that there is no more worthy recipient than you. I think of 38 years that you've been volunteering now for the Kingston Association of Museums, Art Galleries, and Historic Sites. And you think about the importance of that organization and the role it plays in the life of our community, how our history and our museums are so integral to our cultural life and our heritage, and how that work doesn't happen without volunteers like you. You are the gold standard. You have set the bar, I think, for other volunteers in our community. And just the diversity of work you've done, of course, at the Storrington Minor Soccer Club as well, the decades of work you put into that. It really is tremendous. On behalf of the city, on behalf of City Council, we just want to congratulate you for all the work and the millions of hours of time I'm sure that you put into to that work. And I know that you will be an inspiration to many other volunteers to come about what can be accomplished with somebody that has a passion for our community, a passion for so many of the great things that happen here in our city. So, Kevin, I'm going to invite you up. I'm going to show off. This is the Sovereign's Medal for Volunteers. It's a beautiful, beautiful medal, and so I'm going to ask you to come and just to pick it up, and it's officially going to be yours. So, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mayor
You're very welcome. Well earned.
I'd just like to say thank you very much, Mayor Paterson. I was given the option of whether I would receive this in Ottawa or whether I would receive it in Kingston, and since I volunteer in Kingston, it was my great pleasure to ask that Dave St. Onge, who nominated me, thank you, Dave, and the Kingston Association Museums and Storrington Minor Soccer to be able to receive this award in Kingston. I'd like to thank my referees, Greg Horton from Storrington Minor Soccer and John Grenville, my colleague and boss from I can't even begin to think of how many years. And I'd also like to thank my family, my wife and my daughters, because without them I couldn't have done what I've done over the years and will continue to do for the foreseeable future. I would like to say that volunteering is extremely important, and without volunteers, programs do not run. And I would also like to say that in the province of Ontario, high school students have to have 40 hours of volunteer time before they're able to graduate. And I'd like to tell you that both of my daughters had their 40 hours in before they got to high school. I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of them, and I'm very proud of my family. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mayor Paterson. I'd like to thank everyone who's here for gathering to honor our friend Kevin. I think this being the 40th anniversary of the Kingston Association Museums, Art Galleries, and Historic Sites in 2020, I think it's suitable that and appropriate that we're honoring our longest serving volunteer. Kevin's been with the organization for all but the first 2 years of the operation, for 38 years. And I've known Kevin for upwards of 30 years, I guess. I remember our first contact, I believe, was when he made some ironwork for our museum back in the 80s. As a blacksmith at Parks Canada, and for those of you that don't know, he's quite a craftsman as well. The Museums Association wouldn't be what it is without the enthusiasm and dedication of people like Kevin. He was there when we hosted the Ontario Museum Association Conference in '98. He was key to the incorporation of the organization in 2007. And he continues with us, and we've had a lot of fun over those years. And over that time, at our monthly meetings, he'd often refer to his experiences with the Storrington Soccer Club and bring his experience from that organization to us when something was on the table that seemed appropriate. And it was back in June of 2019, I think, at one of these meetings when he mentioned Storrington again, and I thought to myself, boy, he's given so much to our organization and to that, and that was unusual. So it was around that time that I got wind of this Sovereign's Medal for Volunteers. And I thought, well, I think Kevin qualifies. So a few phone calls and emails later, I found two other individuals, one from each side of the coin, to support the nomination, and nominate we did. The instructions for the nomination indicated that it could take up to a year before we heard anything, and not to tell the nominee in case, to save any disappointment. So I sent it in July. I think it was at a meeting, coincidentally, of CAM in February when the package arrived while we were meeting, and lo and behold, it was the medal. But Kevin didn't want to take it right then. He wanted the organizations to get some publicity and get some media attention. So we decided to wait. We were going to kick off the summer season with an event, and then we all know what happened with the COVID-19 pandemic and the shutdown. So we've bided our time, and we're looking for the right time, and I think that has passed with an impending second closure coming. So the mayor was very, very gracious in agreeing to see this through now before things tighten up again. So that's a bit of the background, my historian coming through, I guess. So anyway, Kevin, congratulations, and well-deserved honor. I'm glad we were able to see it through. And thank you very much.
Okay. Good morning. My name's Greg Horton. I'm with Storrington Minor Soccer. Kevin, from the whole Storrington Minor Soccer family, I'd like to congratulate you on this huge milestone achievement. Your work has touched and influenced thousands of lives for the better. Without Kevin's hard work, there would be no soccer in Storrington. Over the years, we've had some tough times and a lot of amazing times. However, every spring, it's the warm feeling in our hearts when we watch those smiling kids kick the ball in the sun that brings us back again and again. Congratulations, my brother from a different mother. You've made us all proud.
Thanks very much for the opportunity to speak today. When Dave St. Onge asked me to co-sponsor Kevin's nomination for the Sovereign's Medal, I jumped at the chance. I think too often we forget to look back on what we've accomplished. We tend to keep looking forward as to all the things that we have yet to do. But it's good to look back. It's good to recognize achievements. It gives us a sense of achievement, gives us a sense of purpose, and it gives us a sense of what we are all about. I came to know Kevin through the Kingston Association of Museums, probably in the late 1980s when I came back to Kingston, and it was, the Kingston Association of Museums has been an important part of my career over the years. I was a founder of the organization, one of the founding members of the organization 40 years ago. And it has been, I'm prejudiced, but I would say it's been the most successful regional museum association in Ontario, if not all of Canada. Very few have the longevity, and very few have the successes that the Kingston Association of Museums have had. And Kevin's been an important part of that success. He's been involved with it almost since its inception. He's played a role on the executive, and he's played a role as a director, and he continues to play a role as a director 38 years after he came and started work with the association. I've had the good fortune to work with Kevin with Parks Canada. It's been interesting. At times it's been exciting. but most of all, it's been a lot of fun. And I think a lot of volunteers and museum professionals in Kingston and in Eastern Ontario have benefited from Kevin's enthusiasm and his eagerness and his push to go the extra mile in terms of promoting particularly the presentation of Canada's cultural heritage. And so it was a real pleasure today to be here to participate in the presentation of the Sovereign's Medal for Volunteers for Kevin Fox. Thank you.
Hi, Dad. Congrats. And Bryan and I are really sorry we couldn't come and be there for your big award. But we love you and congrats again.
Hi, Kevin. It's Mark Badham here from New Brunswick. My wife Cheryl and I really wish we could be there for your medal presentation today, but the crazy year that's 2020 really makes that impossible. 2020 has certainly been a year of bad things happening and bad news, but you winning this award is certainly a highlight. There's a group of people in the world that spends its time trying to figure out how they can get other people to do things for them and how they can get stuff for themselves. But then there's another group who spends its time trying to figure out how they can do things for other people and how they can make other people's lives better. And you, my friend, exemplify that second group, which is why this award is so well deserved and long overdue. Congratulations from both Cheryl and I.
Kevin, on behalf of CAM, I'd like to thank you for your time, energy, perseverance, and humor that you've put in to CAM over the years. Your guidance has been immeasurable, especially when it comes to the governance issues that we've had to deal with over the years. I'm looking forward to working with you for the next number of years, goodness knows how many, and I'm pretty sure that we can continue on our growth and make CAM to be the best regional museum network in the province. Congratulations. Take care.
Hey Kev, congratulations on this amazing achievement. I'm so lucky and proud to have been one of the young emerging museum professionals that you have inspired over the past 20 years. My best Parks Canada memories have you in them. I really appreciate over the years that you've taken the time, you've listened, provided amazing advice, and also a very contagious laughter. Congratulations, I'm so very proud.
Congratulations, Kevin, on this well-deserved honor. Thank you for the decades you've volunteered helping museums. Your leadership in CAM over the years has made sure that no little museums were left behind. Little museums like the Murney Tower wouldn't be where they are today without CAM, and CAM wouldn't be where it is today without you. Thank you for keeping the camaraderie going and for welcoming young professionals into our museum community. Thank you for encouraging me and for mentoring me. It's always been a pleasure to work with you, Kev. Thank you so much for all you've done to help others.
Hey Kevin, congratulations on the award. Another in a long series of well-deserved ones. And here's hoping that we can get soccer up and running again starting in the new year. Have yourself a great day.